Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals match on Counter-Strike for the World Cyber Games 2003 here at the Olympic Park in Seoul, Korea. A huge match up here on stage right now. We've got SK from Sweden versus USA from Team 3D. The match is actually already underway, and before we get started, the map selection today is Dust 2 for SK, Train for 3D, and then the randomly drawn map is Aztec. So certainly some excellent excitement to be seen up here on the stage today, playing for a lot of money, a lot of bragging rights, and of course, the most important thing, those gold medals here at the World Cyber Games 2003. And actually, we are live and we are already underway. And it looks like the T-Forces have already won the first round.
All right, so we're just going to be in game right now, just waiting to connect to HLTV on our monitors. But we're just going to spec here through the HLTV we have in front of our plasma. Looks like the bomb has been planted here, probably in the B site, as it's a 1-0 score for the terrorist forces right now. We have SK on the terrorist forces, while we have Team 3D on the CT forces here, as we're following Gafan right now, holding with his pistol with his teammates, and probably going to try to rotate into the site. Not sure what they're going to do yet right now. While Wheat, looks like you're back into the server.
I am back in and looking at the HLTV at this point in time. We do have terrorist forces 1. Now, SK from Sweden are on the terrorist side, and 3D from USA are on the CT side. And according to the terrorist wins, it looks like T-Forces are now up 2 rounds to 0.
All right, so we're going to go fresh off round number 3 right now as we're following the SK forces. Now the bomb is being carried by Spawn. Spawn is a new addition here for SK while he's competing in the WCG Seoul, Korea finals. And now looks like it's going to be a slow rush in one of the bomb sites as they're going to work their way around here. While let's see how the CT forces are working this out.
It's very quiet on both sides of the map, and because of the delay, we're trying to be as careful as possible not to give away any of either team's positioning. Everyone knows that this is a very important match, and so far we have had some very impressive kills. Once again, the T-Forces are up right now. There is a nice headshot there by SK, taking down 1, 2, 3 of Team 3D over near that middle area.
That's right. Now the bomb has been planted here. Quickly looking through the roster. For Team 3D, we have Kim, Quash, Gafan, Miller, and Morgan. And for SK, we have Potty, Spawn, Al, Heaton, and Fisker. While the bomb is ticking and 3D trying to rotate around as they're holding their pistol once again. Looks like action in the B hallways. Kim's with a nice headshot at the USP. Takes down Cordoner. Al, as HE grenades are being lobbed into the side. Looks like Erickson is rushing towards the outside. Takes down Quash. And Heaton comes in as well from the T site and takes down Kim. That gives another point for SK as the score is now 3-0 in favor of them.
That was some great action there in the B hallways by SK. Obviously, a huge competition here for Team 3D. I don't think that there are 2 teams out there that don't deserve this more than these guys. But right now, SK definitely stepping up their game over on the T side. We've got Potty with 5 kills, 1 death right now. And as we begin round 4 here on Dust 2, we do have a little bit of action as the bomb is dropped prior, and it looks like they are just setting up, waiting for the action to come here. I hear a little bit of gunfire over near the middle hallways, but no one has gone down yet. Actually, Spawn taking out Moto from Team 3D.
And looking at the action, that was towards the middle. HE grenades were being lobbed in the lower hallways, but nobody killed right now. Only 1 person actually did for Team 3D. That is Gafan, like DJ Wita said. Now HE grenades are being lobbed inside the catwalk. Maybe they're going to be working the A site as they're trying to look around. The bomb is still dropped for the teammates. They're still waiting to figure out which bomb site they want to use. Looks like flash grenades are being lobbed into the catwalk as well. And looks like the middle here, Potty was taken out by Morgan by a nice headshot, probably from a USP. Because it's probably another save round, if not low. Looks like a buy round for Team 3D. We saw Morgan with the AUG here, taking him down towards the middle. As the bomb has been picked up this time by Fisker. Still waiting to decide which bomb site they're going to work inside here with DJ Wheat.
Yeah, we do have a 4-on-4 position, and right now, from my screen, we do have some double up on defense on opposite bomb sites. So they're definitely definitely waiting for it, and coming around the corner here, a flash grenade fired. They're going to be met up by the up-down, and then one's taken out. Kim goes down, and two down. The bomb is down over near the hallways by the A site, and it looks like we do have one terrorist in, and HE grenade flown over to the side. The bomb is still down, has not been picked up yet. AK in hand, and not sure. It looks like he's going to pick up that bomb, might make his way back over to the B site.
Miller with a nice off shot takes down Spawn while Heaton's rotating towards the B site with the knife pulled out, running inside the B site, getting ready to plant the bomb as Miller trying to peek through the double doors from the CT spawn. Probably spots him here as he's trying to rotate around, and Heaton still making his way inside the site, not planting the bomb yet because he probably, with the one-on-one situation, wants to get Miller down first.
Ooh.
Indeed, comes out of the window, spots
Very
him at the
impressive.
double doors, and takes him down with a nice AK shot without the bomb being planted. Once more, it is another point for SK Core Commando on the T-Forces here.
That could have been a big round there for Team 3D. Miller, the last one remaining. SK, I believe that was Heaton, actually, with the bomb there. Very smart moves. He would have had an open and clear A site, but decided to go for that B site. Is actually very smart, as he was able to take down Miller and gain yet another round for Team SK. It is now 4-0 for the terrorists. That's Sweden, SK, as we enter into round 5.
Into round 5 right now, following some of the SK members trying to push around here as 3D looks like it's another safe round, just stacking around. Looks like first offshot kill inside the long A. Spawn with a nice offshot, switching to the Desert Eagle and then taking down Gaffon. And now they're all rushing down the long A. HE grenades are being lobbed into the A site as flash grenades as well. And we see Potty holding at the back as he's trying to see if anybody's going to flank around. It is a 4-on-3 situation. Bomb still being carried by Fisker, now planted at A, while 3D will now rotate and try to work the site.
Right now, it looks like the bomb has been planted over by A. There is a little bit of action over on short A, and a nice shot there by Bombs of Team 3D as he takes out all. And then coming around from behind, we've got a terrorist making his rounds, rotated through, and it looks like they are going to clench that area, pick up yet another round with an awesome headshot there by Potty.
Very nice slow rush as we saw from SK working the A side first, giving the Q at the long A, taking down those two members of the CT forces, stacking up into the long A that gave the Q to rush inside A, and that was an easy plan and easy way to defend the bomb there. As now we're moving into round number 6 as we're following Team 3D. Looks like they bought this time once again, holding it up to defense on both bomb sites, while SK once again will then hold their grounds and team up and group up to try to figure out which bomb site they want to use, as the bomb this time is being carried by Heaton.
We've got, watching the bomb carrier right now, we've got a couple of members deciding if they're going to go long or short A right now, being very cautious. Both of these players know that a lot of this is going to come down to the strategy. Obviously, aim is a huge part of this game, but strategies versus the various opponents is also equally as important. Right now, it is 5 rounds for the T side. That's SK. It's a 0 right now, and still no advance on either of the bomb sites. Both of these teams definitely playing it safe, waiting for the correct advance, causing some distraction. There's definitely some working of the middle area there. And we do see the first frag. Spawn takes down Kim with a nice headshot, and then an AK versus Bomb. And we do see Moto getting taken out Potty. And wow, a lot of action there at short A.
That's right. They were working down A this time and quickly coming into the site as the bomb being carried by Heaton, now planting it at the A site. It is a 4-on-2 situation. Miller and Morgan coming up against Spawn, Heaton, Fisker, and Al, while all the terrorists are working out their defense, setting their positions, trying to see what they're going to do, how they're going to cover the areas, not to let the CTs come in and try to defuse the bomb. While it looks like Miller and his teammate will then hold their grounds here and just wait for the round to pass and they're going to come back with a full gun round. Going to have the slight advantage for the next round.
Right, and SK could have just stayed back over near that bomb site, but they decided to go over to B and take down some more players, hopefully gain a little bit of money. And 3D actually, despite the fact that they all got taken out, they were able to obtain a few kills there. It is now 6-0 for SK as they have taken a nice little lead here over Team USA, Team 3D.
Nevertheless, it's 6-0 right now. All of Team 3D this time once again losing all of their guns, so they're probably going to have to come into low money this time. Oh, wait, looks like we got an M4 wielded by Gaffon as he's holding up the defense with his teammates. Bomb being carried this time by Fisker. Let's try to see which bomb site they're going to try to work into right now. Looks like they're just holding it up right now. Same strategies that they usually use, just taking their time, not trying to push any site right away. Don't want to try to surprise attack any of Team 3D yet, as they're probably going to say that for a couple of rounds later on.
and we do have definitely some nice D setup here by Team 3D, similar to what they've been doing the whole rounds, but I'm also noticing that a few SKs hanging back, causing some distractions, trying to throw off Team 3D on where they actually might be coming from, and we do look like there might be a little bit of advance. There is no bomb over there by the beam site, but we do see a couple of players from SK coming in on there. There is a few in the hallways as well, and no one killed yet, so we are just waiting to find out what SK is going to do to advance. A beautiful op shot. Oh my gosh, double kill there by Potties. He takes out Miller and Morgan over near the B site.
What a nice move by SK. Nobody covering that middle area this time from Team 3D. So then SK just quickly went inside, or slowly should I say, and flanking it around the defense of the CT forces, taking them both down into the B site. This time the bomb being carried by Fisker. Probably going to make his way inside the B, and there you go, he's planning it. We see smokes at the double doors of B, while all of SK are holding their grounds. This time it's a 4-on-3 situation. Kim, Quash, and Spawn now trying to rotate around, but wow, Kim headshotted by Spawn with a nice AK shot towards the middle area, and Spawn 3 headshots in a row, taking all of Team 3D.
Moly.
Nice flank around. Oh my god, that was a nice round by Spawn.
Spawn on fire, 10 kills, 4 deaths, no doubt about it. That was definitely some clutch action here on Dust 2, taking out 3 members. There's been a few points in times where 3D has not even known where it has been coming from, and SK most definitely geared up for this map here. So far, they're showing that they are strong on Dust 2. 7-0 as we enter into round 8. Vansili, what do you think of these two teams' play thus far?
Well, thus far, SK doing a very good job here, but we know that this map is a T-sided map, but SK still doing a very good job. Team 3D should have tried to cut up a couple of rounds with the full gun rounds a couple of times, but that didn't work out. 7-0 is the score, so they're going to have to try to win a couple of rounds to probably have another chance later on into the second half. And now looking at the action, looks like bomb has been planted inside the B site, as we're seeing a lot of action going on. Now a 2-on-1 situation. It's all up to Quash. Bomb's trying to make it his way here. He's into the B hallway, spamming through the wall, trying to take down the enemy if somebody's behind the crates of the B site. Now switching, dropping a gun, picking up the op, as he's probably going to fall back and going to let the bomb go off, as we're trying to follow Spawn and Heen, still holding their grounds in the B site, lobbing some grenades into the B site, as Heen looks like he picked up an M4 from one of the corpses of the CT forces. Then the bomb's going to go off here as we hear it tick off, and that means that SK are going to lead this 8-0.
Yeah, smart move by Bombs there of Team 3D. You know, he could have gone clutch, he could have gone in. We know that he's capable of going in, but at the level of play that SK is playing at this point in time, definitely that was a smart move for him. Dropping his current weapon, picking up the most expensive, and going at it. Right now, SK is in the lead 8-0, and 3D really needs to steal at least 1 or 2 rounds away from their opponents if they want to win this Dust 2. But like you said, T-sided map, and here we go. The action seems to be starting early here on round 9.
Well, looking at this, SK actually not rushing out right now. They're still holding their grounds, following Fisker with the op wielded as he's slowly walking towards one of the bomb sites with his teammates. As they're going to try to come in outside and peek him out here. First one, Fisker trying to peek outside with the op. Now jumping into the pit as he spots an enemy. Spawn with a nice AK-47 long range through long A. Takes down Kim, as now smoke grenades will be lobbed into the A site. Sorry, that was HE grenades, as now flash grenades being lobbed into the site. That's probably going to be the cue to rush inside the A site.
I think you're absolutely right, and here it is. Fisker running in with his op, looking down the CT spawn. Does not see anyone, decides to run in, and I don't even know if they've got the bomb there or not, but it looks like there is a little bit of rotation here by 3D through their spawn, and the bomb is out. It's held by All. He is dropping it right in the middle. There it is, down on the A site. He's going to hang back, and he has got double D on that bomb. It looks like AK and op combination there. We've still got Miller and Morgan left, but I'm not sure if they are going to make an advance or not. We'll find out here in just a moment.
Well, we had Gafan that did some nice defense into the catwalk, taking down 2 members of SK, but quickly killed. But looks like Ashen at A right now. Looks like it's a 2-on-1 situation as the clock is still ticking on the bomb. Morgan trying to do his defuse. Yeah, he's going to try to defuse here, but up comes the run from Fisker. Ops him down, giving another win for SK, and that time the bomb goes off as well. Everybody dying in that round, but SK 9-0, no sweat there. They still have a lot of money in the bank, and that's going to mean a full gun round into this round. But like I said, the defense held up by 3D.
Right.
probably a better one that they did in the last round. Gafon taking 2 members down, but then SK overpowering it with the AKs and coming in quickly into the A side and managed to defend the bomb here. So we're now moving into round number 10.
It would have been huge if he would have gotten the defuse there. They just had that one member hanging back, but SK anticipating that happened, and that is exactly why they left that one member back. I have to say that was excellent strategy. Nice try by 3D getting in for that defuse, but excellent job by SK keeping that one member back just to make sure that there would be no defuse by a Team 3D. We are now in round 10, and we do have a little bit of coverage over on the B side. There's still some workage in the middle area. Again, neither of these teams wanting to commit to one bomb site or the other too quickly. Obviously, eventually committing to one bomb site too quickly can certainly be the demise, especially on a nice rotation by the CTs.
That's right, but now we're still looking towards the middle. Looks like they're going to try to push inside. We're seeing a little bit of spam from the middle, double doors into the window as an enemy CT defense is spotted. Morgan with the AUG trying to look around and take down Al right now as Al keeps on coming back and forth. Now smoke grenades are being lobbed into the CT site as now Morgan with nice AUG takes down Al as Al was peeking out at the wrong moment, and now they're holding up the defense still into the B side. Things are looking good right now for Team 3D for this time. Finally, looks like a nice off shot by Miller. And like I said, things are looking good for 3D right now as they finally get the lead into this round. The score is 9-0 right now. We're seeing action into the B side, and looks like a nice off shot by Spawn as people predicting Spawn owning with the op, taking down Miller. More action into the side. Morgan being off from behind once again by Spawn. And now it looks like 3D are going to try to rotate around here as the rest of the T are making their way into the B site.
That's right, and bomb is down. Heaton covering that window and takes down Moto as he tries to make an advance. It looks like we got a double 3D advance into the bomb site B. Not sure if they're around the corner. They're going to take this one very, very carefully. And now they're making their way in. They are going to go for that defuse, and I think that they might have it here. What is going on? It looks like Bombs is going for it, and they've got it. CT finally picks up a round. Nice job by Bombs and Kim getting into that bomb site B and defusing that bomb.
That's right, 3D finally getting the point on the scoreboard here. The score is 9-1 as we heard the cheer from the last round. All the supporters of Team USA cheering up that they're starting to catch up here, but still things are looking bad for them, but they're going to catch up very soon as we're going to see what's going to happen into round number 11. Going to follow 3D Morgan holding up the defense with his teammate while the rest are probably at the other site, while SK once again having a slow strategy rushing into one of the sites right now as the bomb being carried by Heaton.
Yeah, Heaton has the bomb. He's accompanied by 2 other members. They've got grenades equipped. They're ready to fire, but they are going to wait for the first sound and movement, possibly the first gunshot to emerge, and it looks like we do have some sort of a split here at this point in time. Very, very quiet by both of these guys. It almost looks like they're not moving at all, but that is one of the key virtues of being able to play Counter-Strike, is you have to have the patience and you have to understand and be able to change up and to modify strategies on the fly, and that's exactly what we see. We see some HE grenades coming over here around short A. One hits, he's flashed. Moto able to take out Bob, and it looks like there was one more down there as they are making an advance here on short A.
All right, so it looks like action into the A side as most of the defenders of 3D are dead, covering the A side. But now nice HE grenade by Morgan blows Spawn away to pieces as he's into the CT site, CT spawn with his teammate. The bomb has been planted. It's a 2-on-2 situation as they're making their way from the CT spawn. Now one jet for each team. Now we're going to see what's going to happen. Miller with nice USP takes down Potty.
Nice.
Now we know that patience is a virtue, and especially in Counter-Strike, and that's what 3D are proving right now. They're holding their grounds at the A side, waiting for the T's to attack, and then the T's SK doing the false move, moving in too early. Kim giving the point here, saying like they're coming into the A side, guys. We need to rotate, and that's basically what they did. And then Miller and Morgan doing a very good job on the rotation, manages to defuse the bomb as they're now moving into the last round of the first half.
That was very, very nicely done. Very, very clutch. They really needed that second round. They got it, and here we are in the final round for each side of the CT and T sides. And again, more patience is being met here as we do have just a completely solid, it looks like defense here by SK as they go out. It looks like a double frag there as Spawn takes down Moto, and Bomb takes down Spawn, gets a little bit of revenge for his teammate's death here. And it looks like a little bit more coverage as some fire over on long A. Vansili, what is going on down there?
Yeah, we have a couple of HE grenades being lobbed into the double doors of A. Now flashes into the long A as Putty now pushing outside, headshotting down Quatch as now he's falling back, going to reload his AK, actually picking up the M4. They're going to fall back towards the middle. Probably all of Team 3D are rotating, but trying to look around here as they probably are. And now all of SK regrouping together. It is a 4-on-3 situation of for SK. Bomb still being carried by Podius. We have 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining into this round. They're going to have to try to decide very soon if they want to rush into one of the sites and plant the bomb, or will they hold their guns behind. Probably this time they're going to try to rush into the site because they got nothing to lose right now. And now looks like they're going to rush into the catwalk. Here comes the lead charge as they're working their way towards the catwalk. HE being lobbed here. Kim trying to go clutch slots into the catwalk, but quickly killed by Allen, denied. And then Erickson coming in, taking out Miller towards the defense here. Oh, looks like a little bit of a friendly HETK as now it is a 3-on-1 situation. It's all up to Morgan. Morgan in the pit with the AUG trying to peek around as the bomb is planted. Potty and his teammates coming all around A site as now Morgan is making his way towards the A site while he's looking towards the left and right, looking at the crate, spots the first enemy, takes down Fisker, and now walking towards the A site. Enemy spotted behind the green crates and at the wooden crates, but quickly Al takes him down with a nice headshot from the AK-47. SK wins his first half 10-2. Now we're going to rotate and move into the second half here on DA Dust 2.
Nice try there by Morgan. He knew that he had basically only one option is to go in and try to take out his opponents and possibly defuse the bomb there in the last round. We've now got a score of, I believe, 11-2, or I'm sorry, 10-2, as we go and switch sides here on Dust 2. Some very impressive play by all of these guys, obviously on a T-sided map, like you mentioned earlier. SK still playing phenomenally, despite the fact that it was a T-sided map. We will be having the pistol round here shortly as we begin with 3D now on Terrorist side and SK on the CT side.
We're probably going to have to follow 3D into this round and the Terrorist Forces because the pistol round is going to be very crucial for them. They're going to have to win the pistol round and get the money in the bank and go early into the second round with probably a full gun round. Or if not, they're probably going to lose it because only 3 points left and SK will win this first match, best 2 out of 3. So now we're going to have the live very soon here. Week, why don't you call it off here for Team 3D?
All right, Team 3D right off the bat on the pistol round. Let's see what they go. We've got the live. They got a respawn over near bomb site A. So I don't know if they will try at a B side, and it looks like we will be having a little bit of a split here, not too much. Looks like we do have a full stack over here on B, and they are making their way in, changing up their strategies a little bit, probably trying to work that middle area, make a little bit of noise, throw their opponents off as we begin this pistol round here. Oh, and coming around the corner down the B hallways, there's one down there. Fisker is able to take out Moto, but Kim gets revenge, takes out Misker, then Potty takes down Miller, and Morgan with more revenge taking down Potty. It's a eye for an eye here in the first round of Team 3D versus SK. We are going to have a bomb plant here in the first round, and look at that as Kim tries to cover that window. He gets taken out.
All 3 members already from Team 3D, all knocked down. Great rotation by SK coming from the middle at double doors and as well from the B hallways, just flanking around, taking all of them down. Quick rotation, and SK wins this round 1-0. So things are looking bad for 3D right now. I saw Morgan that had a Desert Eagle bot into the last round, so we're probably going to see what's going to happen into this round. So now moving into round number 2. 2 more points, and SK wins this first match.
And SK obviously at a huge advantage here, having bought weapons for this round, and it is going to force Team 3D to take things a little bit slower, possibly make sure that they go for a plant, and it looks like there is going to be some long A action here. We possibly have a rotation back to the middle area, but we do have some nice coverage of both bomb sites here by SK on the CT side. Once again, playing for SK, we've got all Heaton, Spawn, Potty, Fisker, and Spawn last game, just absolutely incredible, coming out of nowhere, and certainly leading the pack there for SK.
That's right. Now we're still following Team 3D here, all in the pack, waiting for the right cue to work this bomb site. Not sure which bomb site they're going to work into right now. As they're making their way here, we hear a little bit of footsteps. They're walking down the stairs of one of the bomb sites. Now falling back, it's HE grenade being lobbed two of them into the catwalk will force Team 3D to fall back. As the bomb being carried by Quash this time, as they're still walking back, HE grenades being lobbed towards the middle here. That was thrown by Fisker, as Team 3D is still deciding which way to go. So we have a minute and 45 seconds remaining into this round. Probably going to have the queue here, as they're going to try to rush towards the middle area. Going to try to look towards the right side and the left side if anybody's spotted, but Fisker is right there behind the green crates waiting for them, as they're still waiting for the right moment to come inside. There you go. They're spotted. MP5K's two members on the defense of SK.
Nice.
And now eye for an eye, like you say, Lee. And now the bomb is dropped towards the middle area, though. But now, oh my god, M4 being shot by Heaton, Al, and Spawn, respectively, taking down Kim, Miller, and Morgan. This is going to be a buy round. Everybody's going to buy out for Team 3D, as this is going to be our final shot to try to catch up here, as the score is 2-0. Overall, right now, it is 11-2.
That was just absolutely very impressive there by 3D, able to take out those two members of SK who were defending the outside double doors leading to the B site. Pistols and all, able to take them out. They grabbed their weapons, didn't see the counter-terrorists rotating over from bomb site A, got taken out as they were going in for the plant through the double doors. It was a nice attempt there, but SK was excellent rotation there over to bomb site B, and it paid off. They're up 2 rounds now. And we're into the third round now. Vansili, take it away.
All right, so we were following Heaton, that's right, taking down Miller with a nice M4 shot in the face, as that was long A. Heaton was pushing down that area, as Miller not thinking that nobody's gonna be there onto the defense pushing out, so he decided to peek out, but quickly killed here, as that makes Team 3D rotate back and fall back and regroup and take their time once again to decide which bomb site to work. Looks like we saw a little bit of flash grenades into the catwalk, as Spawn and his teammate now making his way down the stairs, trying to peek through. Action going on. Gafon gets the first kill on Spawn, and then Al replying, but then Kim coming out of nowhere, out of the corner, takes him down. Here comes HE grenades being lobbed into the A side, as they're going to work their way inside. Flash grenades from the CT Spawn inside the A side, as they're still trying to work their way around. The bomb being carried by Morgan, running into the bomb side A, and is going to prepare to plant it, as Gafon is holding up the defense, trying to hold up their backs. Looks like Heaton from the long A is going to wait for his friends to rotate, and then they're going to try to work out the site, but maybe not here. What's going on, Wheat?
Well, I'm just watching over near the A site. We do have a plant there by Morgan. He was actually in the sights of a C-tier there as he was preparing to plant that bomb, and it's unbelievable that he was able to avoid certain death there. It sounds like we are going to have a successful terrorist bombing here, and that's going to be a big round for Team 3D, being able to stay in this game and then now having a little bit of money to buy out, hopefully to fuel the motivation that they're going to need in order to get further on in this match.
That's right. Now we're moving into round number 4. Let's see if SK are going to buy this round as well, since they've won the last 2 of them. We know that some of them had M4s wielded, but looking at Fisker right now, I only see a USP being wielded and a knife being pulled off, so nobody buying for SK right now. They're probably going to wait for another round, because they still have a lot of rounds in their hands, so they don't want to waste any
it's a smart move.
money. Yeah, smart move for SK, as they're holding up the defense into both bomb sites. Bomb this time being carried by Quash for the Team USA to 3D forces. What's happening, Wheat?
Well, I'm just watching as both teams preparing for the advancement of the other. Once again, we're seeing some pretty similar strategies by SK every round, making sure that they do have suitable coverage of both of the bomb sites. Here on Dust 2, splitting those two off, they have to also be able to rotate correctly and very quickly and efficiently. And so far, so good. But like you said, Vansili, both holding off, buying major weapons. They know that if they can win one without it, that's going to put them in a great position. So Team 3D, they sort of have the burden of proof here. They have got to really work hard in order to take the remainder of these rounds.
That's right, and here's the cue. Flash grenades and HE grenades being lobbed into the catwalk, because now they're making their way into the catwalk. 2 members dead for SK, Morgan and Miller, taking down Spawn and Al, as now the rest of SK are probably going to hold their grounds as Squash makes his way easily inside. 3D coming in uncontested, and the bomb is planted down at the A site, as now the clock is ticking on the bomb, as it looks like Fisker and his teammates not going to try to come and rotate, as it was a save round for SK this round into round number 4.
Exactly. Just like you said earlier, there's no point for SK at this point in time to try to even go in and defuse the bomb. They have a window of opportunity here that they can let a round or two slip through their fingers, because all they have to do is get one clutch round in order to take this map away from 3D. But look at this. 3D is on the hunt. They're trying to find SK. The target is successfully bombed, and Potty gets a shot. Oh my gosh, we got 2 going down for 3D and 2 going down for SK. An eye for an eye there on that last round. Great job as 3D continues to stay in this match.
You know, probably the hunt for Team 3D right now is they knew it was probably a save round for SK, so they wanted to go into the B site and take down the SK to make them lose their guns, so they wouldn't have any money for the next round. But they managed to take 2 of them down, but still losing 2 of their teammates into that battle. And looking at the round number 5 here, we probably have another buy round for SK. Now looking at the bomb is being held by Quash, as I'm following Gafan, trying to wait to work one of the site with his teammates here. Looks like a nice defense held up by the SK, where 3D are going to try to rush inside. Now they're moving inside one of the sites here. Gafan being boosted up to one of the great spots the enemy right now. Here comes the action into the B side. Very nice job by Gafan, as now they're going to rush into the B side and the bomb will be planted. Looks like party action here towards the middle as he's trying to take down the enemy members of 3D. HE grenades and flash grenades all around through the window, lightly damaging party, as Al now with the rotation with the rest of SK trying to make their way towards the B side. The bomb is planted at B as Morgan holding his way back here into the B hallway. Spots and everything. First one there. Takes down Spawn into the B hallways with nice AK action. Now more flash grenades being loved by Potty, and smoke grenades towards the middle, as probably SK are going to try to fall back right now, actually rotating back into the T spawn, as they're probably going to save their guns right now. And looks like Team 3D will win another round here. Good job for Team 3D, Wheat.
You know, that boost there on Moto that took out that one member that was in bomb site B, a little bit risky, but I'll tell you what, right now they have to make those types of moves in these rounds in order to secure themselves a possible victory. SK, on the other hand, doing a great job by, despite the fact that they're giving some of these rounds to their opponents, they're still getting some kills, they're still amassing a little bit of money, and they're just waiting for that momentum to try to just get that gun round, take that one round away, and call it good.
So the score overall right now, if I'm not mistaken, it is 12-5.
That's affirmative.
Team 3D are slowly catching up here, doing a very good job staying into the game right now, as we hear a little bit of the smoke grenade into the B hallways and a little bit of spam from Potty into the B hallways from the B site, as he's going to fall back into his position and hold his grounds right now, while the rest of SK is still holding up the defense. Same thing that we usually see in the past rounds, as looking at Team 3D, bomb being carried by Quatch once again, as it looks like they have a bit of a change of strategies to try to work out one of the sites here. They're not going to be grouped, they're going to be split up, but we don't know which side they're going to use right now.
Yeah, right now, no one down for either of the teams as we enter into round 6 here, and we're actually pretty good in. We do see some flashes from SK going into that B hallway. Not sure if 3D is there. Don't want to give away any positionings, and a little bit of fire down the long A hallway, and it looks like we are going to have some rotations to the opposite bomb sites here. Once again, and we've said it before, that Team 3D must secure the remainder of the rounds in order to what they would basically put them into a tie game situation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so looking at the game right now, we hear a little bit of spam going on for both teams, but SK is still not rotating around. They're going to wait until they know where the bomb is going to go until they rotate. So now we're still following Kim, lobbing a smoke grenade down the long hallways, down the long A, as now they're going to rush. Here comes the Q. They're lobbing some H grenades and flash grenades into the A side, following Gafan, making his way from the catwalk. The first death is Spawn, and now Kim taking down Heaton as Al takes down Gafan with a nice headshot for the CT Spawn. Quatch from behind on top of the site. Takes Al from behind as the bomb is making its way inside the A side by Quatch. Quatch is going to plant it. Now giving the advantage for Team 3D as the score, now a 2-on-2. Potty looks like at the catwalk takes down Morgan with the M4. Now leaving it a 2-on-2. Potty and Fisker against Quash and Kim. Let's see how the SK are going to rotate around. Looks like they're both at the catwalk, while HE will be lobbed by Quash very soon. Indeed, there you go. That's going to injure Fisker, and then Quash.
Nice.
Clutch toss. AK takes them both down. giving another win for Team 3D. Now the score in the second half is 4-2, DJ Wheat. And overall, what do we have?
Overall, we've got a 6-12 score here. That was a huge move there. There was a couple of times where SK really had that opportunity to move in on 3D, especially when they lost, I believe it was Morgan over near bomb site A right after the plant. But they held it, and they held it very tightly. These guys, obviously, you could tell that their communication and their comfortableness with one another here on these maps is just phenomenal by both teams. SK, though, once again, they've still got a pretty good window of opportunity, but with every round that Team 3D is winning, that window is just closing a little bit at a time. So 3D knows exactly what they've got to do. SK obviously knows exactly what they've got to do, but it seems like 3D has definitely upped their game here in the final rounds of it. And here, take the action, man, silly.
Sorry about that. We were following right in 3D as they were working down the B hallways. We had the save round for SK the last round as they only had USPs. And then we had Miller, as he was holding the defense into the B hallways, taking 2 members of SK down, and then they decided to rotate back into the A site and take all of SK, the remaining members of SK, down into the A site, giving another win for Team 3D, as now we're moving into round number 8. Looks like they bought this time, as they're going to hold up the defense into both bomb sites. We're hearing a little bit of spam from the B site into the B hallways, as 3D still holding the ground, not deciding to rush into one of the bomb sites right now. Bomb being carried by Morgan, as it looks like a little bit of the same strategy that we usually see by Team 3D in the earlier rounds before pushing one of the sites. They have a couple of positions that they take before running into one of the sites here.
Well, 3D a little bit more spread out this round than they have been in some of the previous rounds, but it hasn't stopped them before. They're still going to try. SK, I'm seeing their defense. They did try a little bit different setup, and I think it's very possible that this particular setup could work. We do see some rotation here by SK, as either they have been informed by another teammate that an enemy has been spotted, but so far no advancement here. And we do have some long A hallway action. 3D members are deep here. One member is taken down. I believe that was bombs taken out. Heat with an AK-47. I hear some more firemen. Silly, what's going on?
Well, it looks like the action right now, it is a 5-on-4 situation in favor of Team 3D. The cue is to move down towards the A side, but looks like 3 members down for Team 3D. Alan Pade holding up the defense at the A site. All headshots that we see scrolling down the screen, and then Spawn looks like another headshot, taking down a Miller into the pit. It's all up to Morgan. Morgan, are you going to be able to go clutch shots? Negative. You get denied by an M4. First match being won by SK, as the overall score is 12-5. Very good match going on. We're now going to move into DE Train here, map being chosen by Team 3D.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. You know, Team 3D really holding on there for a long time, but giving up those first few CT rounds, it put them in a very difficult position. They were forced to basically win every round after that, and they've now been put in a position where they have lost the Dust 2. We'll be moving on to Train, which was 3D's map pick. Now, Dust 2, that was SK's map pick, and obviously for good reasons. They knew exactly what they needed to do there versus Team 3D, and it worked very well. So we should be getting into the second match here of Train very shortly, as it looks like both teams are talking over strategies and getting ready here for round 2.